Hello folks, this is BestInSlot and welcome back to our look at the highlights of the Return to Jurassic Park DLC. In this second video we're going to take a look at the brand new dinosaur Compsognathus, by far the smallest dinosaur to ever come out in Jurassic World Evolution. Now before I show you the dinosaur itself, we're going to take a look at its stats and stuff like that. It is worth noting you don't unlock this, just like the Pteranodon, until quite far into the Return to Jurassic Park DLC campaign. You're going to have to wait till mission 6. You are going to unlock it a little bit earlier, but then you're going to do some research as per usual, and then you're going to use two new dig sites. One of them is Compsognathus in France, and one of them is Solnhofen in Germany. Now, let's take a look at the compy itself very quickly. You can see it down here on the list. If we just clear everything, its default rating is a grand total of 15. It does indeed have an attack and defense stat, although we'll have to see whether that actually means anything. And if we go over to its social stuff, you'll see 0 to 30 population, 1 to 25 social. These are very easy dinosaurs to keep, just like the Pteranodon was back when it first came out. Now, no more dilly-dallying, let's meet the Compsognathus. We've got 6 different skins to look at, and then we're going to check out the animations, the feeders. We're going to see if it can actually kill anything, including humans. We'll give all that a go. So, first of all, the basic Compsognathus. Okay, so we're going to have to stop, I think, because you may notice it's rather small, and when it's in the grass, you don't really see it. I've put some sand over at this side of the exhibit just because the grass by default does, well, it's got grass on it basically, which would make a lot of sense. So I'm hoping when we get them onto the sand with the water and the feeder in a little bit, that will make it a little bit easier to spot them. Now I have to hunt the little so-and-so back there. He is. So let's get right up in his face. There is our sort of sleepy looking, let's try to get a better view, shall we? Our sort of sleepy looking Compsognathus. There we go. And let's camera and field of view zoom in a little bit. There we go. Beautiful. I will say, it's tiny, and so few people are even going to, use Ansel and zoom in like this. If you're on console, you couldn't even do it. You could maybe use capture mode. And the level of detail is really good. This is ripped straight out of the Lost World Jurassic Park. It really is. We've got this sort of pale pinky sort of underbelly. We've got a light green body with the dark green striping all the way down to the tail. That pink colour comes back again in the eyes. A little darker snout. It's straight from the film, and it looks... Oh, God, I've lost it. I've lost it forever. The point is, it looks really good. It's really well made. It's really well animated. The sounds are perfect. Admittedly, we already had similar sounds because of the Pteranodon. But let's check out some of the other skins. And this time I really want to focus on the hatching animation as well. So let's check out the tundra pattern and see how it emerges. Tell you what, actually, before we do that, let's put some more sand down, shall we? Just in front of the actual... this thing as well. So we can get a good look at the skin. Compy has no time to hang around. He just darts out, snaps a little bit, looks around, and then he's off. He's off doing his own thing. So this is the tundra pattern. Actually, possibly my favourite. We're going to rank these as we go along, as we always do. This would maybe be better than the default for me. The default's great, but I love that really vivid, that green-blue colour is actually beautiful. I love that despite their tiny size, they've really gone in on, giving them unique patterning, unique colours and stuff like that. You can see this one actually has a unique pattern. The majority of creatures in this game have 2 basal skin patterns, and then they alternate colours between them. And if a dinosaur has 6 skins, like every dinosaur in the game now does, other than the ones with new skins, they'll have 3 of one pattern and 3 of another. So I think this is actually our first look at the alternate skin pattern. You can see here, the striping is a little bit different. It's thicker. It's not so much striping as this kind of jagged effect. And then there's a really cool... It's kind of like if you sit on Photoshop and you put on an outer glow and you set it to normal rather than screen or lighten or colour dodge or whatever you usually would use. That's kind of what the effect looks like. As in, there's this green spilling out around the striping. It looks really cool. Fourth on our list is the rainforest pattern. Also, I think that last one was now my new favourite. But they're all really cool so far. You really have to answer this. But there we go, there's the rainforest one. This is the first one that actually does mess things around a little bit. This is the default pattern, so the next two should have a similar pattern to the woodland one, if they're going to stick with the same sort of technique they usually do. Two more to go, we're looking at the jungle pattern next. Okay, things have mixed up a little bit here. I have a sudden deep worry that, you remember I commented that a compy was eating from the food bowl and it came out covered in blood? Yeah, it could have just been this pattern, to be honest, because it does very much look like what I imagined it looking like. It looks like it's covered in blood, it really does. Interestingly, this is actually the default pattern again. We've looked at 4 compies so far, and only one of them has had that sort of gradiented striping pattern. This one is, again, like the others, but it does look covered in blood. It's got that crimson colour, that's what we would typically associate with the jungle. Yeah, I really like that one. It kind of looks like a default compy that's gone for a roll in a big old pile of meat, and frankly, that is the dream, so. You go have fun, buddy. That is that one empty. I'm just going to put a little bit more sand down. Do our final one. This is the vivid pattern, so we're looking for some purple here.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, let's swing around to the light side. Hey, no, not bad. Again, though, this is really interesting. It has the default pattern. Only the woodland compy has that unique looking gradiented striping. All the others have the same familiar pattern. That's really weird. I don't think I've seen any other dinosaur do that. But there you go, there's the vivid. Actually pretty cool. Again, looks very different. We don't have the green anymore. We have gone full on for the purple. I do think the woodland, given that it's got a unique pattern, stands as my favourite, but this one's pretty nice as well. A little bit pale, a little bit. That is a chicken leg and a half down there at the bottom. It really is. But there you go, there's the vivid Compsognathus. I just want to check capture mode. How close can we get with capture mode? Because I want you guys at home to be able to... The hell, there it is. Yeah, capture mode will do the job as well. There it is, beautiful. Bam, dramatic, and timescale slow. Bomb. Really good view of their animations. I love that dart effect. You know what that's very similar to? The raptors from Jurassic Park when they start to lurch after... let me think who they're lurching after. I can picture it in my head. I think Lex and Tim in the kitchen. Either way, it's that kind of... They veer back and then they dart forward like a torpedo. Now, let's try some science. So, I believe that the compies can't kill the goat. That is my current understanding. So, I want to try that out first. I'm going to spawn a goat in our brand new goat feeder. Goats on the move are the compies. I am pretty much off the impression that the compies can't kill the goat. I did try this in my own game time. It makes a lot of sense that like a single compy taking down a single goat would look daft. You'd need a pack hunting mechanic in the game, and I do think that was always somewhat unlikely. So, I think we can safely... We'll keep the goat around, but I think we can safely assume that's not the case. What is really cool, however, is their carnivore feeder animation. So, let's pop one of those in. And we should see our compies move over here very quickly. Yeah, there we go. Right, we're going to watch this one live and then we're going to go slow motion for the next one. Moves over. Just like the homeless athlete, jumps up, grabs a little hunk of meat, drags it off to the side, steps on it and begins to rip it apart. It's kind of like how a T-Rex would kill something, but on a much, much smaller scale. It's adorable. It's my favourite pattern as well. I just want to check the goat every now and again. And just keeping it pinned down and just snapping away at this teeny tiny little chunk of meat. You going to go back in? Nope, not interested. Okay, so I'd like to see that again, but we're going to go slow motion this time. You done, buddy? You full? He's full. Oh, he's gone back in. Grabs a little hunk there off the side. Where's the goat? There's the goat. Okay, now some others have approached, so let's hop into capture mode for this. And I'm just going to go normal for a second. Make sure they're actually... Yep, slow motion. Okay, here we go. Let's watch this one over here. This is a cool skin. Looking up at the meat. His friend's jumped in, leaps in, dives forward, grabs a hunk, he's holding it a little bit in his hands but mainly in his mouth, leaps back off, lands on the ground, has a little scout around to make sure nobody's watching, you know. He's just got himself a delicious treat. He wants to make sure it's all his. Steps on it and reps into it. Oof. And there's that little bit of tension in the meat, you know. He doesn't just pull it off instantly. It's a little bit of a hold as the meat resists his tiny little mouth. Love a tiny little mouth, mate. Still a little suspicious, look. Looking over to the side, making sure nobody's going to steal his meat. And bites back down as a good nom. I think we can safely say, if I'm honest, that I was wrong about the blood thing, which is disappointing. I think I probably just saw this guy here, because he really does look like he's covered in blood. I apologise for that. It definitely wasn't it really does look like he's covered in blood. It really wasn't my intention to mislead at all. I just popped out all the skins and then must have seen this guy emerge and figured that's the effect. It's a shame. That would have been cool, but the animation itself is actually awesome already. Now, there are some other stuff we need to do. We need to put down some water, see what their drinking animation is like. So, drinking animation next. Are we going in? We're going in. Compy's there. Just stands in the water and has a little sip. Again, like with the meat, very sort of wary, kind of drinks and then looks up, looks aside, drinks a little bit more. It's just Compy. It's a tiny dinosaur. It has to be very aware of its surroundings, and it will, just like the Homalocephaly, just chill in the water. Actually, if we go into capture mode there, it's Jaws. It is literally Jaws. Da-da, da-da. Right. So, next question. Can they kill people, and why don't I have any people? Okay, we've got some people knocking about. I'm just going to pop this open right here. There's a few different things I want to find out about this right here. A, do compies kill people? B, do people even freak out about compies? You know, do people worry about the compies in the first place? Okay, well, the compies are approaching. I hear screaming. The compies are out there in the wild a little bit. Yeah, people definitely aren't loving it. But can they kill someone? That I just find incredibly hard. They can't even kill the goat, so the chances they kill a human is small, I think. I think we can safely agree the compies probably shouldn't actually be able to kill people unless pack hunting somehow made it into the game. Okay, folks, we can safely say the compies don't eat people, and the compies indeed don't eat goats. It is basically what I expected personally, but people are scared of them. People will run away. As you can see, this woman, this man, doing a little run over there, but the compies themselves don't do anything. I'm going to let them keep wandering around the park for a little while, but what we do need to see is how the compy dies, as morbid as that sounds. Now, I believe there is a unique animation where they get eaten whole by a medium carnivore, and no other dinosaur in the game should be able to die in that way, so that's really interesting, at least with a medium carnivore. I'm also going to put them in with a big carnivore, and we'll see what that does as well. So, we've got a Deinonychus in here. Let's release a compy and see what happens. Okay, I believe it's about to happen. We're going to hop into capture mode just because I'm going to miss it otherwise. Unfortunately, the compy is standing in the grass like a big old nerd, but it is standing still right now, my bloody one over here. And the Deinonychus, oh lord, he's coming. Let's see what this looks like. We'll just play this in real time first of all. Nope, that's not real time. Darts forward, snaps out, snaps, and grabs him. Oh, gives him a little shake and swallows him whole. Lovely stuff. Let's try that again. If we just load up our save. This is bad. This is like a torture chamber for a compy. We're going to load it up again. We're going to hop into capture mode, and this time we'll do it in slow motion as well, so we can see exactly what just happened. Okay, we're in business yet again. We're going to go down here right to the compy. We're going to hit slow mode this time. See, the Deinonychus is charging in. I'm going to stand over here by the compy. I'm going to try to keep this relatively static. Oh, he's diving inside. The compy begins to run. We have to swing out a little bit. Compy's running. Deinonychus swings down, misses the first time. Compy jukes to the right. Deinonychus nearly falls over, grabs him by the body, lifts him up, swings him a little bit, gives him a good old shake, and then gulp, 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 like a rat tail. Amazing. Isn't science amazing? We'll give this a quick little go with a large carnivore as well, though if I had to give it a little guess, I don't suspect this will work, but you never know, folks. Let's give that a go as well. Just as a bonus little test, I've decided to also release a Homalocephaly, just to which is apparently socializing with the compies, so that's odd. I've also released a Giga over here. Now, if I had to wager a guess, it does seem the only interaction is between the compies and the small carnivores, basically. Whether the Giga is capable or even would want to kill a compy, we'll have to wait and see. The Homeless has been living in this exhibit for a very long time with absolutely no downside, so I'm going to go ahead and assume that the Homer is going to be okay as well. Now, I did forget one thing. I do want to show absolutely everything in this video, so the one thing I'm going to do just to finish things off whilst we wait to see if those combats end up happening is we're going to release many compies, enough to push over the social need. Apparently they do have, I remember one of the devs talking about it, they do have a fighting animation that's really cool. So hopefully we'll be able to see that, we'll be able to see compies fighting against other compies. And the only way to do that is to push them above their social needs. Oh, he's lonely, but you know, you're going to live with like 30 compies, you'll be fine. Yeah, a few compies to go, it's going to take a little while, but I'll keep an eye on both of these as well, see if anything goes on. He is sort of turning towards the compy, but I mean, it's not even a snack, is it? It's nothing. It's nothing for a Giga. It really isn't. A fight has just broken out over here. There we go. Look at them kicking, diving, nomming at each other. Snap little bite on the leg. It's very similar to how the raptors fight, but it seems sped up and a little bit nippier. There's lots of these bites around the neck area. Let's go see what happens. They're all fighting each other. It's all kicking off. Oh. The other went, oh, he just died. Just fell over and died. Okay, so, just to finish things off then, we're going to hop into capture one more time. We're going to hit slow-mo, and we're going to find ourselves a little fight to check out. There we go. Just get to see this in a teeny tiny bit more detail. With some terrifying noises to boot. Yeah, it's that one there. That one grabs him by the neck. There's a lot of hopping about and skipping, and that jump kick there, that's very Velociraptor-esque. Lots of biting towards the neck, jumping around each other, circling, hopping back, hopping forward, chirping away. Being absolutely bloody terrifying. They look great. Big happy. I really want that screenshot right there. That might be pushing my luck a little bit. Oh, big boy. Well, that's mildly terrifying. The goat is still alive, the Homeless is still alive, and indeed, the compy back in the exhibit over here with the Giga is still alive as well. So I think we can safely say it is small carnivores that they can kill the compy by swallowing them whole. There's no interaction with goats, there's no interaction with humans, and indeed no interaction with large carnivores, and definitely, I'm sure, no interaction with large herbivores. Although, I'd like it a little bit if there's like a 0.0001% chance, the rarest thing, and the compy can take down like a sauropod or something. I think that would be amazing. Unfortunately, that's a little bit optimistic. Right, well that is the compy. Lots to see, loads of new animations, loads of skins, loads of interactions to test out for the first time. The compy is of course a very unique dinosaur just through virtue of its tiny size, so it's worth checking out and seeing how all these things play out in real time. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you're enjoying the content so far. We have many videos left to go today, so I hope I see you for some of them as well. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with all those. Hit the like button if you like this. I'll see you lovely folks next time. Cheers, much love as always. Bye-bye. Hey folks, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video and you want to help support me a little bit more, you can do so at patreon.com/bestinslot. There's a link in the description down below. Every little really does help in times like these, but it's not at all expected, and by just watching the video you've already helped me out massively, and it makes you a pretty cool person, so well done you. Thanks for joining me either way, I'll see you next time.